Hello everybody, it's so good to have you along here for today's video. Thank you for joining me. My name is Belinda and this is Visualized NZ. Now I'm going to do Margarete Miller's Collage Weekly Planner Challenge for this week. It's week 3 of the challenge, so we're rocking along here. I've got the list of prompts in front of me. So this week we're looking at something you do at a party, a fruit, anything winter, lines, a shoe, and the bonus item is a ticket stub of any kind. So I've grabbed out a few options and I think I've got way too many options. I'm not sure which way I want to go. So let's just have a wee play. And on some of the items I've got literally no choice at all. It's like 1 or 2 options and that's it. So for my page today, I've taken a book page. It is not quite A4. So I think this is A4 size to give you an idea. It's quite a bit smaller and that's okay. I'm really wanting to work on different size pages just to make the book as a whole, when I put it in a book, really interesting. So first off, something that you do at a party. I've got one option for this, and this is a children's book illustration with these characters dancing, and I thought dancing, party, yes. So first off, I'm going to cut that out. There's actually another couple on the other side dancing, but I really like this blue one. And because winter is one of the prompts, I feel this kind of would, I'm just going to trim off his foot. I'm sure he won't feel a thing. I felt like the blue would tie in nicely, but this is the first thing I chose out, and then the other things I've chosen out I don't think really go with the blue anyway, so that's alright. We're just going to go with this. And as you can see, it's quite wide, wider than what my page is, so I will need to do a bit of trimming down. And I think I do want to fussy cut along the top here, so I'm just going to quickly do that. So how has everyone been this week? I'm recording on, gosh, what day is it? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday today. Couldn't even think for the life of me. Recording this on Tuesday, and it's going to be airing on Friday. So I'm at the beginning of the week, but you'll be watching it at the end of the week. So I hope everyone's had a brilliant week. How's it been going? Have you had a productive week, or maybe you're on holiday? That would be pretty awesome if you're on holiday. We've got holidays coming up in February, so we've got to hang out a little bit longer for our holidays. Looking forward to it. Trying to get as many videos done as possible to cover that time while we're away. Not doing so great on that front at the moment, but I'll get there. And if there's gaps, some gaps, then please forgive me in advance. I ask that you forgive me for any gaps, but I know you will. I know it's not a problem. You'll just go watch someone else, and that's great. It's good to feed yourself with lots of different inspiration, and I certainly feed myself with lots of different YouTubers. As you can tell, if you're a regular on my channel, you know I'm often doing things that are inspired by this person or that, other people on YouTube, and that's good. We're a very sharing community here in the junk journal world. Okay, so I could almost do this sideways actually, but I think I want it vertical, so let's aim to do vertical. Okay, so fruit, I've got lots of options. I've got pears, I've got cherries, I've got this little illustration of blueberries, and there's raspberries, and I thought the blueberries, you know, might tie with the blue theme, but it's quite a small image. I've got more pears here, and I've got this big page illustration of gooseberries. And then I've got this one, which I really like, of passion fruit. And I don't know which way I want to go. I could do like a almost whole background kind of with the gooseberries. Could go that way. put our little image down here or something. So let's go with that at the moment. Now for anything winter, I chose out a couple of fireplaces. So I've got this one here and this one here. I'm not sure which one I like better. Let's cut this one out and see how it fits. I like this one that's got some pots and bits and pieces around it that kind of make it interesting. So for me, winter is all about having the fire on, having that flame in the room. It's nice and comforting and warm. And we'll be back in that time of year very, very soon. Well, feels like soon. We're only in January. We're only in the second month of our summer here. But, you know, I'm very conscious of winter coming because we've got no firewood. And we need to make sure we've got some firewood for winter coming. Right, so I'm just cutting around this fireplace because I think I like this one better. I do want to get rid of that writing, so trim it right down, right above the fireplace there. So a bit of fussy cutting here, part of the process of collage. It's a very fun challenge, this one. It's the first year I'm doing it, and it's only week 3, I know that, but I've watched plenty of other people do it, and I'm really pleased that this year I am actually diving in and doing it myself. If you love collage, then I recommend giving it a go. It's quite a cool little pattern, but yeah, I might pop that there for something. So I could tuck that in like that, maybe, if I can get it in under there. It's catching on something. Come on, get there. I have a feeling this one's not going to turn into a sort of cohesive story like I try to do. So winter, fruit, something you do at a party. Shoe was a difficult one. I wanted a bigger shoe, and all I could find was little shoes. So these shoes that were in a photo, and this, I cut this girl's leg off because she was wearing a boot or shoe. I'm calling it a shoe for the purpose of this collage. And yeah, I'm sure I have seen pictures, big pictures of shoes in my magazines and things, but I could not find one. And I didn't want to spend all day because I've got videos to record and things to do. So shoe did give me a few problems. So we could have it sitting there on top of the fireplace. It's kind of fun, actually. Lines. Okay, so I have somewhere, where have I put it? Oh, the music. Sorry, I was busy looking for it, and it's actually the music that I cut away from this image. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to tear down right up next to the music, because there's all these lines that the music's on. There's a good stamping strip right there, and then I'm just going to tear down a portion of that, just random width. Like so, and if we pop that in behind there, and perhaps take that title off as well. That's the music is Pop Goes the Weasel. So we take off that writing and just leave those lines in the background there. A little boot up there. I did have more lines here, but I don't think I need them. I'll save that for something else. That would be really good as a backing for a journal card or something. I've also got this really interesting line image. It's an art piece where you arrange each hexagon as a different piece and you arrange them however you like on your wall, and I thought they were quite cool. Not sure if I need them though. And then ticket stub. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and then while I was searching through for winter things, I came across this, and it's in my box of cutout magazine images, and it came out of a Frankie magazine, I believe, quite a long time ago, and it's been sitting in my stash forever. And it's a whole bunch of tickets, old tickets. There's an airline ticket, a museum ticket, a boarding pass. There's an envelope with stamps in the background, and then another museum, the Guggenheim ticket. So I thought that'll fit that bill, the ticket stub. And I don't think I want the envelope with stamps on in the background, so I'll trim that bit off and just use the tickets. And I think that gives it a nicer shape too, a more interesting shape. It's around there, like so. So where might we want those? I don't know. Could put them there, like they're coming up from behind the fireplace, maybe. And then put our boot over top. Maybe. I don't know. Could work. Whoops. Keep knocking things. Have we missed anything? No, I think that's it. So do I go with this? I think it's as good as anything. So let's move these and try and remember how they all go down. Right, so I'll start with this back piece. I'm just going to, where did I put my ruler? Put it over the side. Well, that was a silly thing to do. Right, tear off this bit, because I don't need that bit. And I'm going to tacky glue it down. Or do I want the other side? Yep, I'm gonna actually glue the weasel side down and go with the other side, which talks about a jig, and that fits with the dancers perhaps a little bit more, the party sort of vibe. Who likes dancing at parties? I love dancing. I wish I could do it. Since my ankle has got so bad, it's very, very difficult. So I tend not to, and if I do, I really pay for it. But I hope to get there again soon, get to the stage where I can just boogie on down with everybody else. So much more fun when you can join the party. And there's a number of people at hubby's work when we do go out for an outing who enjoy dancing, including the boss and his wife. So, you know, I love it. I love dancing. I want to do more of it in my near future once I get my ankle fixed. Right, so I'm just tearing off the words on the side of this from the magazine. Whoops. And it's too wide anyway for the page, so I might as well lose the bit that's not so interesting. I have to give that another cut down, I think. So there, and just going to tear this top bit off as well. Oh, there's some fruit on the other side. Little black and white image of some currants, it looks like black currants. Oh, it's black and white image, so it could be red currants or white currants. I don't know. I'm assuming they're black currants since they're the most well known of the currant family. Right, and I'm just going to give this a little bit of a fussy cut around the basket here. Just a little bit to make it more interesting and see more of that music in behind. So we don't need all this. It's a really cool wire basket. Oops. It's very shiny, slippery paper, so it's slipping out of my hands at times. I'm just going to do this edge. So there. Yeah, I think that looks more interesting. I might have to do a bit more trimming up around the edges because I can see it's not quite straight. So let's just glue it down. Getting all in around the curves. Whee! And a little bit in the middle for good measure. Not that it's going to go anywhere with that glue on it. Ooh, slide it into position. Here we go. I'm not a huge fan of gooseberries actually, to be honest. Does anyone like them? My hubby likes them. I find them a bit sour. If you get them really super ripe when they've sort of gone a bit yellow rather than green, they're okay-ish, but still many other things I'd much rather eat than a gooseberry. Very, very tart. Okay, I've got a little blank bit up here. I'm not worried about that. There's no writing or anything on it, so it's just a little blank section. I can live with that. Trim down where I didn't tear so well. Get rid of that. And there are going to be holes here for when I put it in a binder, so I've got to remember that there will be holes. Okay, so I'm just going to position this. Oh, my stomach's making funny gurgles. I hope you can't hear that. Right, and next was our fireplace, wasn't it? So I need to glue that on behind. And if you can hear that weird noise, that's our spray unit to keep the flies away. Right, okay, that's going to go there. Ah, I need to slide in the, sorry, I hope I'm on camera. Slide in the ticket as well, or just sit it on top. I think it was sitting on top, so that's okay. Just sit it on top. As I was partly gluing this, I was like, oh, do I need to put the other bit down first? A little bit tricky just getting this in the right place. Making sure I get it down low enough. That's where it's going. It's stuck. So that's it. So I might need to... No, actually it's all good. We'll be fine. I thought I'd end up with a gap, but somehow, miraculously, it's all good. Right, I think I would rather chop off a bit of this man's arm. Oh, now my phone's singing. Gosh, all the noise is happening this afternoon. I want to get all the girl in, so I'm going to trim right down this edge. Cut off her pretty hat ribbons. Sorry, little miss. But at least you're not suffering surgery under my hands. And this poor fellow is going to lose an arm. I'm sorry. He can do without it, I'm sure. Here we go. Some good stamping strips out of this book page. See, it's quite fun too on the back, isn't it? In the pink. Right, so glue this down. It's quite thick book page as well. few down about there. Oops. It is slightly off. There's a little dip in this line over here, and it's just going below the edge of the fireplace. So I've just moved it up a fraction off the bottom. I'm sure I won't care in days to come that it's not quite straight. It'll look better this way. Where's my shoe gone? Here we go, and my tickets. So do we want to put that? I think I want to put that right at that end. Do I want to put it somewhere else? Could put it here. Oh, do I like that better? I think I might like that better. There or there. Shout at me. Shout loud so I can hear you. Of course, you'll be watching this after the fact, so... Oh my gosh, I thought I had it nailed as to how I was going to do it. Now I can't decide. See, to me that feels like, oh, actually, compositionally, there's kind of this diagonal thing happening. But I was wondering whether it was too heavy in the center, too much going on. Yep, no, I still like it over here, and it does create that sort of diagonal line. So I'm just gonna stick with that. Tell you what, collages can be complex. Right. And why I want it against an edge is because they were on the bottom of the page, so they're cut off here. So I want that sitting on something so it looks like it's not just, you know, a part of a ticket's hanging in mid-air. Oops, bit of glue seeping out there. Right, that's where it's going. So for our wee shoe, I'm going to use some glue stick. Oops, gouged out the glue well and truly. Ugh. Get it back in there. Right, so we'll pop you about there. Shoe, not quite in the middle, just off to the side a little bit. And I want it like it's sitting right on top of the fireplace, so the opening of the fireplace itself, as well as the heel being on the top. I've got glue everywhere now. Right, so how are we going? Have we got everything? We have something to do at a party, which is dancing. We have our gooseberries for the fruit. We have the fireplace for winter. We have lines here. We have a shoe, and we have the bonus ticket stub of any kind. I do also have these snowflakes. Let's just cut one out and see if we might want to pop a snowflake somewhere, just to bring in a bit more of that blue. This is an illustration out of a children's encyclopedia, I believe, or a nature book, one or the other. It was in my stash of cutout pictures, so it's nice to be using some of these pictures too. Then I can add some more to the box. See, that's my cunning plan. If I use what I've got, then I can cut up some more magazines and add to the box some fresh ones. I'd really prefer if I had 3 snowflakes, but there are only 2. So I think just one of them would be okay, but I don't think 2 would work compositionally. So let's just see if we might want to add a little snowflake somewhere. There's a bit of blue on those boarding passes as well. Kind of like it up here. then I'm being very indecisive. I'm going to go with it. I do like the blue, how it's picking up the blue. So a couple of winter elements. Pop that right there. Yep. And I'm just thinking, do I need any more lines? I do have lines here. I could put one right up in that corner, but that kind of doesn't make sense, does it? It's kind of just too random. No, I think that's good as gold, and I think I am going to call that my collage for week 3 of Margarete Miller's Collage Weekly Planner. So I'll put her name in the comments so you can buy a planner, printed planner that's got the page and the prompts on the following page with a planner section for you to do these collages in. So you can purchase that from her, or you can purchase just the prompts, and they come in little little decorative frames, and each set of prompts is in a frame, and then you can print them out, cut them up and pop them on your page if you so prefer. I'm just working from a list that I write out. So that's my collage. Hope you enjoyed coming along and muddling through it with me. We got there in the end, and I'm quite happy with it. So that will go until I sort out a folder, a ring binder for these. It'll go in here with my previous 2 collages. So this is week 1, week 2, and now week 3. Yeah, I think that's quite nice. I'm quite happy with that. So thanks for joining me today, everybody. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend this weekend, and I'll see you back on Monday. Cheers.